environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another error this week, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Purdue's offense will start this game off. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win, so it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. The give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Oh, he's got a chance. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up.
Turning it on! Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers, getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I don't bring more speed on the field if I don't think it's a pass, right? If I think they're going to line up and hit me in the mouth, I'm going to bring more big guys. They brought more speed on the field. They went nickel. They knew it was a passing situation. They told those pass rushers to hunt, those DBs to cover. The defense was ready for that.
Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on. Defense.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. And the Boilermakers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already. So a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide.
Nice job by the defense, man. Understanding the situation, you could tell they were not giving up a touchdown. Like, they were playing a little bit deeper in the end zone, and the QB takes off. Nice job corralling the football. I'll tell you what, brings up an interesting decision now after that positive game to see if they want to go for it on 4th and goal. And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense has the ball for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball in the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today, protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They'll go back to work. Quarterback may change this route. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Got a man. It's Smith. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day 1 with that size, speed.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, trying to set up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. The give to the right. Finding an escape route. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Hauls it in. At the 35, he's loose. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Touchdown, Ohio State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
There ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them.
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the catch. It's Ross. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they turn it into a defensive score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the ground with the back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Sayin. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll start this drive from the 42. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes a connection. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Can't get him to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. There he goes. The 40. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to SMU. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And that is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. Got the quick pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
To the air on 2nd down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They
lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The give to the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game, one of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This all
catch inside the 30 and still running. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Boilermakers will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Singleton. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. On the run, it's Thomas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
3rd and long, and they can get the 1st down without scoring a touchdown. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle. And build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future?
Hey, that's a live ball! That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The inside handoff. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
That's a good example of why location on throws is so important. It's 3rd down, and if the quarterback just puts that in a better spot, his player can catch it and advance it and maybe get the first, but because he killed his receiver's momentum because of the poor throw, the defense was able to rally and make a stop.
And he's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To throw, it's Singleton. Got his man quickly.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Leaves it with the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're...
Fires toward the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the 4th quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Makes the grab. It's Porter. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The offense will use a timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Back open in the middle. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They